60 was off today, so we were able to go to, now I'm not sure if it's Von Muir. I've heard it said so many different ways, but it is actually one of my favorite stores. When we lived close to it, I would go on Wednesdays because they marked down things, and I only looked at clearance. And things were so affordable that I could get baby gifts for $5, adorable little outfits or socks. Or I give all the teachers in the schools baby gifts because I would spend literally $5. Now they don't have the deals anymore with inflation and all. But I got this sweater. I got this, and it's another turtleneck.
That's cute.
As I am always freezing cold, as you can tell, I got this one there. Got this one there last winter, and I don't know what I paid. Maybe between 12 and 17. The one today was 24, which is more than I paid. But we didn't go on Wednesday when they marked them down. So tomorrow, today's only Tuesday, and they'll be marking them down tomorrow. But it is a good quality sweater. It looks like it will wash well and keep me nice and warm. So that was more than we normally typically spend. But then we were looking for new dishes, right?
We were looking for new dishes. That's right. We were tired of our dishes that we had. So we haven't really bought dishes in a long time. And we were looking for a unique pattern. A black-white pattern. Not your typical. And
something fun. We were looking for a fun black and white pattern because we want our house to look in style. I don't want people to come to our house and think, oh, older people live here. That's what you often can go into a house and know. And so when we sold our last house and we went to the closing, the realtor who was with the person who bought it said they were shocked at us, and they were like, I didn't know you were that old because your house looked pretty stylish, and I thought it was somebody in their 30s who lived there.
Wow, yeah. So we also like dishes that look kind of unique and are good quality. I'm all about quality.
Well, our dishes now are Dollar Tree dishes.
Yeah, it's not your Dollar Tree dishes.
Well, we got tired of they were just boring, and we just thought new year, new dishes.
Yes,
liven up the house.
Absolutely.
So I've been looking on Amazon, and most of them that were really, you get dishes pretty cheap, about $40, but they didn't come with coffee mugs. And we didn't want those small, even though we don't drink huge cups of coffee, I wanted something bigger that's more stylish. So we went to several stores. Macy's was a little disappointing, wasn't it?
No, it sure was.
I mean, just that they were expensive. They had nice sets for, oh gosh, probably $200, but everything was so trashed and just not maintained, hardly any employees. And I know I've read that a lot of Macy's are closing, but if you're going to be charging top dollar, I think you should maintain your store. It should be clean, easily accessible, and employees should be there to help you out.
Right. It shouldn't just look like the after Christmas rush like always. So yeah, it really was disappointing. We also stepped in the JCPenney to see what they had, and that also looked pretty trashed.
I think it was better than...
It was better, but still it looked pretty trashed.
I think JCPenney's I had read, weren't they going in bankruptcy or weren't they... I don't remember. All these stores go in bankruptcy, but then they get out of it because it's a way to avoid their bills or whatever. I mean, I don't know what's going on. We barely ever even go to the mall anymore. We buy most things from Amazon or big box stores.
Yeah, it was definitely a venture going to the mall.
And it wasn't too crowded, but then we went to Belk, which is usually very affordable.
Yeah, in the South, Belk is still around. It's been around for a long time.
I think it was started in North Carolina, and there are quite a few Belks out there, and it is the most affordable store. I think Penny's used to be, but I think Belk is now.
Yeah, it always amazes me that when you go into Belk, they have a huge area of marked down clothes, and I think that it's just amazing that they're able to stay in business. They're huge stores and they're stocked.
Well, I think that because they are affordable, I think, I hate that my nose is so red. I don't know if that's sinus issues or what that is. I mean, I really hate that. But it's, I think it's maybe the dogs. Maybe the dogs. I don't know. But
that's why mine hurts. My sinuses hurt.
But your nose isn't red like mine. I hate that it's so red. There's nothing I could do for that. But anyway, we did end up finding a very nice set. They weren't black and white, but they had a unique patterns, gray and white, and I'm going to show you the box right here. We actually had her pull out the mugs, and they were a good heavy set, and said it was microwave safe, dishwasher safe. So we're excited about this because your environment helps determine your mood. If you have these chipped old dishes every day, you
Yes.
might wake up feeling sad. And to keep this joyful mood, we wanted to have something that cheers us up, that's bright and happy, and not really bright because it's gray, but it's a good pattern. And also we wanted to get it before the rumors that everything's going to be going up exponentially. We wanted to get them while everything is still more affordable, although this was way more than I wanted to pay. I mean, we used to years ago always do most of our shopping in January because everything would be just so affordable after Christmas. But it's not so true anymore. So these were way more than I wanted to pay.
Yeah, but we used the coupon.
With the coupon, they were $90 for the set of 4 with the 2 plates, a bowl, and a mug.
Wasn't it 16 pieces altogether?
16 pieces for $90, which was more than I wanted to pay. I mean, I wanted to keep it more towards 50,
But I think that, you have to look at the quality too. Or you're not going to get quality like this for $50. I think that you also won't be able to have your choice of what you like, what pattern, what color. You just have to get whatever they have for that price.
Well, I think they look like a fun plate. And we do have gray walls, so they do go with our gray house. So anyway, we're going to enjoy that. And then we went to Barnes & Noble, and kind of a weird thing happened at Barnes & Noble.
It was strange. There was a guy sitting in between the outside doors and the inside doors.
Well, I always like to look at those clearance books in the doorway. They used to be $5 in the day, not that long ago. And I always would look at them, and now today they were $9 and $10. But of course I wanted to look at them, and he was just sitting there kind of looking at us. He had a basketball, a cell phone, and a
backpack.
I had a backpack. I saw what do you call the portfolio? A leather.
Leather portfolio.
A leather portfolio with a legal type paper, notepad.
Yeah.
And he just kind of he seemed uncomfortable that we were looking at the books.
Yeah, and he had walked outside at one point, and we had walked inside. And we were looking at books.
Well, he walked out. He seemed uncomfortable that we were there. And he got up, walked outside, leaving his phone and his basketball and his portfolio.
Very strange.
I never saw a backpack. Where was the backpack?
On his back.
Oh, did he take the backpack with him?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I didn't see it, because it was on his back. But so he went outside, came back in, and then went, I think, upstairs. Yeah. And he left it, and we're like, your cell phone's here, your basketball. First of all, I thought it was really odd he had a basketball. But your cell phone, your basketball, and we're like, is this a trick? Is there something here? This is unnerving. If he had left his backpack, I think I would have called security, because it reminds me of the Olympics in Atlanta when the backpack was left and that's where the bomb was. So, if he had left a backpack, I'd be pretty concerned.
Right. But it was concerning. So we went in the Barnes & Noble and
we left his cell phone and basketball.
Yeah, we didn't touch any of that.
And I thought about reporting it that his basketball and cell phone were there, but I was like, okay, if he wants it stolen, then who leaves their cell phone?
It was strange. So we went in and did what we wanted to do, shopping and looking at books and magazines and that kind of thing.
And the books in the front, they were mostly, because it's January, they were all self-help books. So I got this one, A Year of Self-Care. It says $10. This is every day you answer a prompt such as, write a thank you letter to someone you've been meaning to acknowledge, even if it won't be read. I do that periodically right now. I write thank you notes to people randomly in the past. And
do you know how many thank you notes I've gotten?
You've gotten some. I tell them every day. I tell them every day, oh, you know what? When you put up that ceiling fan, I don't think I thanked you. That video where you put up the ceiling fan in our office, thank you. That was, although I don't even go in the office that much. You go there every day. Okay, are you an introvert or an extrovert? Now this, I think we're both introverts, but some people think we're extroverts. Having the channel, there's nobody out there. We're just talking to the wall. So We can talk to the wall. We can't talk
Well,
to
we
people.
hope there's people out there, but we don't really know. They're not in front of us, but the wall's in front of us or behind us. So we're...
So the second book, I didn't even know. I just randomly grabbed. I think I was attracted to the bright colors that bullshit. And it's called The Empowered...
Empathy.
No, it's just Empath.
Empath.
Empowered Empath?
Empath?
Yeah, and so I just...
Empath.
I just grabbed that
there's no
and then...
E at the end.
Empath. So I think the colors drew me in. There's a whole section of these
Colorful books.
they were self-help. January is setting your goals, your New Year's resolution.
So what is it about?
So this says
Tell
that
us,
are
Sue.
you? Well, in the last video I said how I'm too nice to everyone. And this is a book where you are super sensitive and you pick up on people's needs and you're always helping them. I'm always buying things for people, sending them cards, and it says here, you need to stop that right now. They said you need to take care of yourself. I don't know. The world's a different place. I was raised, you're supposed to be nice, helpful, caring, as a woman at least. And being almost the youngest of 8 kids, I was raised to help my older siblings with everything they needed help with. And our parents, whatever anybody needed help with, I was there. Mm-hmm. So this book says, no. No, it's all about you.
That's right.
All
It's all about you. Don't really care about other people. It's about you.
I mean, I don't totally agree with that. But this, let's see. Here it is, like, we cannot hate ourselves into being better versions of ourselves. It's impossible. So it's helping you to be a better version of yourself, which I don't know what that means. If it means helping people more or helping people less. What makes you a better version of yourself?
Who are? First, you have to know who you are.
Do we know who we are? I've been watching a lot of videos and reading a lot, and younger people are, this is our impression in general. Maybe I'm wrong. That they're encouraged to go to therapy, discover who they are, whereas we were on a life plan. Like somebody said, our age said, I didn't think about having kids. I just knew I was going to get married and have kids. I didn't really analyze it and think about it. I mean, we did actually think about it, but it was kind of expected. I mean, for you to say I'm not having kids in our generation was pretty unusual, wasn't it?
Right, exactly.
I mean, we always knew that we wanted kids. So it was not like we felt forced to. We always... we actually got married to start our family because we always knew we wanted kids. But some people just said they felt like it was just expected in our generation, whereas today people actually stop and think, do I want kids?
Right.
So that's kind of different in the generations, us and everybody above us. Back then, you just knew you were going to have kids if you got married, especially our parents' generation.
Yeah.
Because I think birth control didn't come out till what, the 70s or
Yeah.
what was it? The 60s, maybe the 60s.
60s.
The 60s.
Mid to late 60s.
So women didn't really have a choice whether or not you were going to have kids.
Right.
So today's generation is actually thinking, do I want kids? Do I want to be married? So this book just helps you become a better you.
Empath.
But anyway, the point is here, when I went to pay for these books, they were only $13.50, and I said, how are they only $13.50? And she said, well, it's buy one, get one 50% off. I said, oh, there was no signs anywhere. She's like, yeah, we haven't gotten around to putting them up. And I was like, if I'd known that, maybe I would have bought a few more. I mean, but how many therapy books, how much time do I have to work on these therapy books?
Right.
It's a good concept. And,
Right.
you know, when we're in a car traveling or just after dinner, I'll ask Steve these questions. Like we bought the game for Christmas. I gave him the Friends game.
Right.
And that was actually not really a game. I don't know if I
Right.
ever said that. What was it called? I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name of it, but
I don't know.
it said it was a game that would take 30 to 90 minutes. But it wasn't a game. There was no way to keep score. It was really just asking questions. So you could have done it for 5 or 10 minutes, and there was no score. So it wasn't really a game, but it was kind of like getting to know your friend. It was like getting to know your friend, even though we know each other. And it was focused more towards 30-year-olds because it talked about, have you been to therapy? And it had all the latest jargon, all the terms that, like our whole vocabulary has changed today,
Right.
hasn't it?
Somewhat, yes.
Oh, it has. You have to watch YouTube and read Reddit and Quora to know these new words because there's all these new words that I don't feel like we know. So we've got to watch these videos and Google them and search to communicate with a younger generation.
That's right. You need to move with the times.
I don't feel like they changed for
You
our
know?
parents. I don't feel like we had a different.
I'm sure they did.
I don't feel feel like
Yeah,
it. Well,
you just have to move with the
most of
times.
it's related to social media and texting and technology. So I don't feel like the vocabulary changed when us talking. Like our parents didn't say, "I don't know what you're talking about," whereas we say to our kids, "We don't know what you're talking about." Well, we actually have to Google it to figure out what they're talking about because our generation doesn't use those words. They don't use most of my friends are 72, 73. I've always had friends who are older than me, and I don't have an issue with communication with talking to them. So I think that with social media, vocabulary's changed a lot. So anyway, so we went shopping. Seems like I got most of the things, doesn't it?
You got all of them.
Well, the dishes are yours too. You picked them up. See, I made sure you got them. You like them too, right?
Well, of course I like them. Yes.
And the books. Well,
So the dishes are mine. You know what that means? That means I'm going to have to wash them.
Oh, and then Steve made this wonderful dinner, which I took a quick picture of. Here it is, right here. It was so great. It had some vegetables and shrimp and what else?
Scallops.
Shrimp, and noodles. And the noodles are, what are they?
Noodles are a healthy noodle.
What are they?
It's a made with a certain flour, kava flour.
Is it less carbs or?
Yes, it's no carbs.
No carbs.
No carbs,
Okay.
no sugar.
So Steve loves to cook, and so he made this nice dinner. And then of course we took the dogs on the walk, and I think we talked about that.
Right.
So it's been a full day again. Every day.
Every day I have off is a full day. Yeah.
Yes. So
No sitting around here.
and so we showed you Sammy's photo shoot earlier. And the reason I did that, I know most people would say, okay, this lady has too much time in her hand. I'm actually using this because I volunteer with a great organization called Cards of Compassion, that I am making cards for people who are sad. So I took these pictures of Sammy, I'm going to print them all, and I'm going to put these in the card, and I'm going to mail letters from Sammy's perspective. And this is hopefully to cheer people up. It could be people who have cancer, or they're sick, or they lost a child or a family member, or they're
sad.
estranged.
It's sad. Yes.
It's to cheer people up.
Yes.
It's a great group. We actually received a package ourselves. I don't remember what it was, like 50 cards. When we lost a lot of people in 2024, we put our name on a list. You could put yourself on the list.
Right.
And then I sent it to my cousin who has cancer for the 4th time, and she loved it. She got a ton of cards, and so I'm making these cards for people, and I'm putting Sammy's picture because, as we're learning, everybody loves dogs.
Yes, and we're gonna write the cards from Sammy's perspective. So
It's just adorable when she took the picture with the snowman.
yeah, check it out.
Well, I showed it earlier.
Yeah, you saw it earlier. Go back and check it out.
And, we started with the fall background, and she loved that so much. Those are my favorite, the fall background pictures. She really looked good there. Looked good there. Now, we didn't have a coat at the time.
Right.
Because we just bought these coats for winter because our house is a little bit cold. Because we keep it a little cold to save on our heating bill. But anyways, we're still working on her biting me. After we got home, oh, she just attacked me. She just pulled my sweater and was ripping it apart. And then for no reason other than I put her in her pen with her food, and she started eating, and I don't know why. So we haven't distinguished, or I haven't. She didn't attack Steve. She has her aggressive, I'm tired, or I have to go out, or I'm hungry.
Right.
Usually when she's that aggressive is she's beyond tired. She needs to go to sleep. But she had been sleeping all day. So I don't know why she got
Well,
that
we
aggressive.
assume. We haven't been here, so we assume she was sleeping all day. I think she was probably a nervous Nelly and walking, pacing her crate.
So you think she was tired.
Yeah,
When she went in and she ate, she didn't sleep. So that's concerning to me that she gets that aggressive when, I mean, I could barely control her. And like 90% of the time she's sweet Sammy, but that was really.
Yeah, she gets out of control sometimes.
Well, she was really bad, because my sister had called and I had to drop the phone. And that's another time she does bark is when I'm talking on the phone. She gets very mad when I talk on the phone.
Right.
She's like, no, you're all mine. So I don't know, because all the websites say how sweet Papillons are. Oh,
Yeah, we were reading that today.
when we were at Barnes & Noble, we saw these beautiful butterfly mugs. And I looked at it and I took a picture, and here it is. And it said Papillon on top of the butterflies. And I thought, how many people know that Papillon is French for butterfly?
Yeah.
And that's why Sammy is called a Papillon, because her ears are similar to the butterfly. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know I love butterflies. And I love Dolly, who loves butterflies. So it's kind of funny or ironic that we end up getting a Papillon that means butterfly. But I don't know that the average person knows that Papillon means, I don't think they do, that it means butterfly.
Yeah, we met some people today on our walk who have a German Shepherd, and they knew what Papillon was. And
I don't know if they knew it meant butterfly. Did they know that?
I don't know that they knew that, but they knew Sammy was a Papillon. When we said Papillon, they were like, oh yeah, Papillon.
Well, the man said that he likes to learn about breeds, and
Right.
he was studying them. But I told Steve, if you want to meet people, just take Sammy, because
Yeah.
everybody will talk to you when we have Sammy.
Yeah.
Although he did like Sierra better than Sammy.
He did. I think he likes big dogs.
Yeah, he likes big dogs.
He has a big German Shepherd.
Well, his father was a police officer, and he said they always had big dogs. And so he actually stopped to see Sierra for the first. Most people stop to see Sammy. But we are meeting more people and finding out if you just talk dog to people, you got to So you're going to a party, just
talk dog.
you don't know what to say to people, strangers. What kind of dog do you have? And then they all bring up their pictures, and like a Honda, the guy showed us a video and the pictures. They all have pictures, and they pulled up pictures of their German Shepherd.
Yeah, they have to show you pictures of their dog.
If you're at a loss of what to say at a party.
We'll put some pictures on here of Sammy, some candid pictures.
And like I said, she loves getting her picture taken.
She does.
Now Sierra will turn her face and just refuse, and she will not get her picture taken.
Yep. Oh, there's Sierra.
Oh, but you know what you tell about the walk? What happened on the walk?